Julie, hop on in. I want Julie to come on up. All right, Julie, I want Julie to come on up. Where you at, Julie? Because you asking some stuff in the chat, and you need to come on up and say it with your chest. Julie, I want Julie to come on up. Look, who is this person here? Who is this person? Hopefully these people might want to do a battle or something. All right. If you got something to say, hop on, please. And say it with your chest, ladies and gentlemen. All right, let me get some more people in here because we do have a lot of folks in here. Y'all raise your hand if you're ready to get up. Raise your hand if you are ready to get up, ladies and gentlemen. All right.
He had popped in and he was talking about some Willie Simon.
Oh, yeah.
He was like, there's a man in that house. And that shit was hilarious. And she really loved that. She really did.
I'm in Dallas, Texas, born and raised, man. You know, I got people from Louisiana and Dallas.
Oh, cool. Okay. Respect.
Yeah. Have you heard about the blackvoterwatch.org?
No, what's that?
Oh, it's a website where you can watch it, like you can everybody who represents your city or state or what.
It's a website. And you can watch it. And it was, man, get the fuck out of here, man. You only got one language, bro. You only got one language. What the fuck is this?
Miss Odella, I'm trying to get you in here, beloved. I'd like to talk to you, Miss Odella. Miss Odella? All right, I will let her go, man. Lord. All right, King Bash.
Yes.
What's up, King Bash?
I'm good. How are you?
I am good, King. No, where you calling from?
Calling from Ghana.
Are you in Ghana?
Corticosteroids. Don't use if you're
allergic. Yes, I'm in Ghana.
Allergic reactions.
Okay. What's that noise, brother? What's that noise?
Yeah.
You should not receive a live vaccine.
Let me see.
Treated with Epilis. Before starting Epilis, tell your doctor.
What in the world is that? Oh, Lord. I'm waiting on King Bash to come on back. I guess he got in his Uber, and I don't know what that is. All right.
I don't. Okay, I'm here.
Okay. Everything good now?
Yes. Yeah.
Well, today is a new.
Right.
Okay. What, man, brother? You got a lot going on. Are you?
So, I guess when you go on his chats, he has to click. He goes on your profile to see who you are or what you're doing. Why are they looking at people driving Uber as if it's such a horrible thing? Here's what I keep telling these people. The blacks are the least employed in the US of all the other groups. Okay? They are the highest recipients in terms of percentage of their population, not the numbers, because the whites are more people, right? So as a percentage of their population, they are the highest recipients of means-tested benefits. Okay? Means-tested benefits. That means poverty benefits, poverty-related benefits, food stamps, shit like that. The blacks are the highest recipients on them. Okay? And if you go on these TikTok panels, the blacks stay on for 12 hours a day. This is where they live. That means they're not working. Okay? So, I mean, I'm talking about Monday. Because I would scan these and react to them. So I know that they are on early morning on Monday all the way till I leave work. They are on. All right? That's because they're not doing shit. If an African man, and you can see in the chat, it says he's Ubering. What is wrong with that? That's working and providing a service. It's 1099. You get their write-offs. It pays their bills. It's like the old taxis. I mean, if you've been to Britain, if you've been to England and France, most of the taxi drivers were English and French people. It's not a horrible job. It's a service. What is wrong with having a job? Here's another thing these people don't know. Sometimes immigrants would do jobs like this, but behind the scenes, they are going to school. So in case you are wondering why eventually a lot of them do better than native blacks, these immigrants are not one-dimensional. They're not just doing Uber and that's it. Some are doing Uber, but they are using the money to build big houses at home. Some are doing Uber, but they are in this shared Susu system where they are buying real estate together as a group. See, I cannot come on the internet and give these people all our tricks and game because they don't deserve it. Okay? They don't deserve it. We're not about to tell them how we make it in America. They don't deserve it because they are entertainers. Okay? Entertainers are clowns. All right? The blacks in America are entertainers. That's what they are very excited about. If you have any argument with a black person in America, the first line of flex is always going to come from them naming one of their celebrities. That's what they always do. Right? So they are comedians, they are musicians, they play sports, they entertain the rest of us. They make us laugh and they make us feel good. That is their purpose on the planet. This is why they can see a man driving Uber. And I mean, you looked at the guy's profile, he has a Tesla, it looks like he even has a beautiful home, but you're automatically demeaning him because he's African, so he must drive Uber. Yet this same Tariq Nasheed says that Nigerian immigrants are the doctors of this country, are the nurses. Everybody knows that the Nigerians are on a completely different level when it comes to the ranking the blacks in America, right? It's not even close. So Tariq and his fans are making people think that if you do Uber or if you're a cleaner like the Mexicans are cleaning and stuff, or if you're a construction worker, then you don't deserve any respect. Well, guess what? I respect people like that than people that sit on their asses and take shit from the government, or people that commit crimes, which is a lot of the blacks, okay? You know, here we don't sugarcoat shit. A lot of these blacks are criminals, okay? Your local news will tell you. If I go on my local news right now, I go on Fox, a lot of the blacks are fucking criminals. They live and breathe crime, okay? Crime is their last name. All right, Tariq. Crime is the last name of the blacks. Okay, and we did the Angola prison. You guys saw it. And sadly, these crime numbers are going up. Okay, some of them go in and out of it. And the book Homegoing will give you some type of introspection into why this is, okay? They are confused about their identity. It's all connected. This is why these people can sit on the internet, because all of them think that eventually they'll be rappers. Even the ones over there watching Tariq late at night like that, they all think they can be rappers or comedians. And they are competing for who is going to win an award for being the biggest clown. So they don't see the benefit in an African man or an Indian immigrant taking his car and going out there and driving and making a little bit of money. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with driving Uber. I have friends that do it full time, and they're living in the suburbs, driving Uber, living in nice apartments better than in the ghetto. So maybe you should tell some of your audience that there's nothing wrong with driving Uber. There's nothing wrong with it. It's a job. Somebody has to do it, man. See, there's some of these people on this chat that are talking about he's Ubering are unemployed. That's the biggest irony of it, man. Like, how is an unemployed person talking about a man that even leaves his place and goes, and does a job? I don't get it. But it is the blacks, so I'm not surprised. My last Uber that I took, salute to you, Rainbow. The last Uber guy that I took was a white dude that had lost his job. He lives in Prosper. He had lost his job, so he was doing it to fill some gaps. He told me about it. And I kid you not, the guy was doing the Uber in a Dodge Ram 2500, like a gas hog, a big ass pickup truck. That's why I started a conversation with him. I was like, but why are you not doing it in a smaller car? Because this one has too much gas. It takes too much gas. It's too expensive. And he was like, I just lost my job, so I'm just doing it to fill in the gaps a little bit. Some people do Uber for travel money. I know some Africans that do Uber because they have free time. They got off work. They're not doing shit. I can go do Uber, but I don't do it because I don't want to come into contact with certain groups of people. That's why I won't do it. But I probably I could do DoorDash because I don't have to come into contact. I can do things that I don't come into contact with people. Because the algorithm can send me to the south side and then I have to go deliver to the blacks. So why would I want to do that, right? But I see the logic in doing it because I have quite a bit of free time. So I could, spare about, like I told you guys the other day, I can do a $28 rule, where I have to make $28 every day and pick 2 Uber rides a day and put that $28,000 on the side. If you do it every day for the year and you don't take the money, put it in a piggy bank, you would have saved $10,000 by December 25th. Okay? But you can do the numbers on it. Just do $28 and multiply it by 365, maybe 360 because it's 5 days before Christmas. That is $10,000 right there. Why do I know this? Because this is a very financial educators and financial planners. When you go through like a program that to help you save money, like guys that have been taught, like gone through courses on how to save money. Some of the methodologies a $28 rule, and it works like magic. You guys can try it. If you all want us to do it, we can do it. But you have to go out there and physically make $28 a day and take that money out and put it in a piggy bank. You start January 1st and you open your piggy bank by December 20th. You would have $10,000 in there if you stick to the plan. So you don't know what financial program some of these guys are doing. They're not doing Uber for survival. Some of them are doing it as a part-time job. Some of them are doing it as a third shift shit. Some of them are doing it because they enjoy driving around and talking to people. Some of them are doing it because it's a job. It's better than sitting on your ass and asking for benefits. And this is one of the things that maybe you should tell your community, so that they won't be so hateful. Why are you even hateful of a guy that drives Uber? Like the guy drives Uber. It's not like he's a medical doctor or a lawyer. I thought your beef was with the immigrants that come here and do so exceptionally well that pisses you off. If this guy is driving Uber, what's the big deal? That's just a low-class regular job. But at least it's working. And all this talk and all this effort and all this money Tariq Nasheed has raised, this week was an example of them being told that you were powerless in the 1500s and you are powerless now. Okay? You cannot win any elections because there's not a lot of you. We, the Africans, we will not vote with y'all. Laughing is saying Amazon Flex. I might try it. I know my bro does my brother in Chicago has a business that does like medical deliveries. He says it's pretty good. But yeah, I might try something like that, man. If you have the time on your hands, it's bag chasing. Just get your money. And you see, these blacks, they need to be taught these things, man. Over here talking about, it's like a chick. I bet she's a single mom too. Probably fits the description, fits the definition, See, when these guys go on Kendra G's show, these chicks, when they go on Kendra G's show, and I look at their backgrounds, like in their homes, and all their kids are crying out, I'm like, you can tell these are filthy women. They're not clean. And then they come on the internet and pretend like they're this good-looking, nice, clean women. They'll get the fuck out of here, bro. A lot of them are obese. Have 3 or 4 kids from different dads that don't probably in jail. And it's a lot of them. It's not like, I'm not making like a 1% argument here. This is like a big chunk of them. I mean, more than half of them are like that, bro. 80% of these guys are born out of wedlock. 80%. Over 80% actually. So it's not like some elite group that can be on the internet pretending to be like, no, they're not, bro. See, this is what makes me very upset when I talk about these issues. Because I don't want us to be compared to a group that is so desolate and confused. because that means the bar is set too low for us. I want us to be compared to the Asians and the other groups. You know, like being compared to these people just tells me that we still have a lot more work to do. Because being compared to the bottom is really, it hurts, bro. Especially when you don't commit crimes the way they do. You don't treat marriage the way they do. You're not a deadbeat the way they do. You don't run away from home and leave kids to grow up on the streets the way they do. Like, what are we doing, bro? Tariq needs to get serious, right? Tariq needs to get serious.
Over there barbecuing bushmeat. What are you doing, sir? You're doing a lot.
No, I'm charging my Tesla.
Oh, okay. There you go. My man. So what's on your mind? What's on your mind, brother?
I mean,
Yeah, so he's charging his Tesla. This guy's doing good. I mean, you need like 40 grand to be able to buy one of these things, depending on the model, you know? So this assumption that we are barbecuing bushmeat, and I know Tariq jokes about these things. I'm not upset about it. I don't think this. I think it's just, this is entertainment, but he hasn't explained this to his audience to understand that most of the things that are going on or he talks about is just to entertain them, to feed their dopamine. These guys think that Tariq is going to war for them. They think that Tariq is a warrior. No, Tariq is not a warrior. Tariq just wants your money, bro. Tariq just wants your money. If Tariq really cared about your community, they would be coming to us for our, I told you yesterday, they would be begging us for our white curriculum and books like Homegoing from Yajersey. And they'll put these things in the black community to start turning it around. Okay? For us, they can only offer us music and entertainment, but I'm not interested in that rap music. I don't want that shit. So maybe they can just give us a few comedians and make us laugh. That's good enough, right? Because these are they're clowns, okay? They're clowns. So at least on this channel, we're gonna call the blacks clowns, all right? So these clowns, their only goal is to entertain us. If you're not really interested in entertainment, they are really not of any use to you. So Tariq should, if he's really serious about improving marital rates, helping the community, improving the community, gaining the respect of the other groups, he's raised enough money to now go on the ground and start doing some real advocacy and some real work. But coming online and adding to the confusion to a group that is already 80% of them are already confused, you're not going to help them. And I think this is going to make these people regress, while we immigrants are going to be more and more strategic, okay?
and what is on my mind is about FBA.
Okay, what about it?
Listen, FBA. Listen. I really want the black race, right? I really want the black race to strive, right? But I think the FBA is dividing us. They are doing the work of the whiteys by dividing us. I think, and my point is that, listen, my point is that they're doing this just because of the checks they think they're gonna get, right?
So wait, let's slow down. So you're saying 45, well, actually it's 49 million people, foundational black Americans, because that's who foundational black Americans are. There's 49 million black people who have lineage going to the beginning of the United States. So you're saying that all of them are doing what to get a check?
Yeah, so I think they are trying to divide us because they think they're gonna get a check. And
Okay, slow down. Okay,
Right.
divide us from what? We got to be together to be divided. What are we together on as continental Africans and foundational black Americans? What are we together on?
Right. So I've heard people talking about they are indigenous blacks. There's nothing like indigenous black. All black people came from Africa, whether we like it or not. That's
But
the truth.
everybody came from Africa on the planet at one point, right?
Right. We are the first people on earth. So
So
I
that
don't
means it's redundant. So now you have to differentiate.
I'm seeing in the chat, a lot of them have, so the guy who is screen recording is the one that is typing and looking at this guy's profile. But I've seen, if you look at the chat, this has become a very common narrative. Let me see if I can find it. say, are they united in Ghana? Because they've not been to Ghana. That's what I'm talking about. These guys don't travel. They've never been to Ghana. If you know how the Ghanaian tribes intermarry, the Ghanaian tribes live amongst themselves. Is there a community or a society that will be 100% without some tribal elements or some association? It happens. It's natural. It's going to happen. Black gravitates towards black, white gravitates towards white. It's always going to happen. But if it's not limiting the abilities of the other groups to have our resources and to live peacefully amongst ourselves, then I think that's a step in the right direction. We're very united in Ghana. I don't know what these people are talking about. We eat, some of the food these people mock has come from different regions of Ghana. If I eat tozafi, it's coming from the north. If I eat millet and sorghum, it's coming from the north. If I eat wache, that a lot of these guys like, it's coming from the north. Our president is from the north. They're a minority group, but he's our president. So this is why I said these people don't know anything. Our president is from a minority group, and he is president of the republic. His running mate was also from a minority group, and he was the vice president of the previous administration. So yes, we have worked a lot. We've come a long way, and we're gonna even get better with time.